most important parts of any cook is the trim. Now this brisket has already been trimmed up a little bit, but we still have some fat that we want to pop off. Like, this is not going to render down, so it's not good. Also, what I want to show you is you got all this brown right here. We're going to trim all this out. We're going to trim this back piece as well, and all this deco fat. But all this needs to be trimmed in order to have a clean and easy cook. Make sure we pop this piece off, which is extremely important because the fat is not going to render. And of course you need a sharp knife. You know, you can sit here and do this for hours, but what we want to do is have an aerodynamically cut brisket so it can take on all that smoke and all that heat with very little resistance. But you see, you got to get all this fat. I mean, in some cases you could trim probably 6 pounds off of a brisket. But as you can see, I'm going right down the line here, and all the brown meat, you know, and that's just meat that, you know, because it's in that cryovac bag, and it gets a little brown. We also want to be able to take off this type of fat, as you can see, at the back of the brisket. And you might say I'm crazy, but it can be the difference between a 6-hour cook and a 10-hour cook. A well-trimmed brisket is going to, you know, the fat's going to render well. You're going to get all that good smoke on the brisket. It's going to be nice and deeply penetrated, opposed to if you're just trying to, and I don't know if any of you guys had a brisket where, you know, the fat wasn't trimmed and it just tastes like, you know, you're just biting into fat. And that's not a pleasant taste, especially if you paid for it. But with all of our briskets, we trim the fat. I mean, it just looks like a better product, as you can see. All right, we're back. It's time to put the meat on. The temperature on this pit now is about 250 degrees, ready for smoke action. All right, bring this up. This is a nice brisket. Close the lid, not open the lid probably until about 4 hours into the cook. At that time, we expect this brisket to be at about 170, and that's when we'll wrap it for the last 2 hours. All right, time to open up the smoker. So we're gonna throw in the mac and cheese and the burnt beans. Mac and cheese is gonna go in the corner. See that? And we got these burnt beans. We're gonna stick these beans right under the brisket. So we got that right there. Got our mac and cheese. The only thing we're missing now is the cornbread. We're gonna go get that in a sec. Stay tuned. All right, so here's last on the list. We're gonna put that cornbread. Put our cornbread right in the corner. Now we're gonna go top it right in the side there. Cornbread, brisket, burnt beans, mac and cheese. So we got mac and cheese, cornbread, brisket. Damn. Got our burnt beans underneath. So this is shaping up. Mac and cheese is almost done. Boom. All right, we're back in the mix. So we're at about 183. and earlier we were at about 159. So this really, I put the heat up on the smoker to about 250, 255, and you know, we're at 183. We're probably at like hour 5.5. It's time to wrap this thing up. Last time I checked, it was about 183 on the temperature, so we don't want any more smoke. So we're going to wrap this sucker up. Peek in. I'm going to put this in the smoker.